Let's do a suplex. Ah! You guys ready for RKO? Roman Reigns uppercut. Here comes Usopp winners on. Gosh, we got a lot of people in the ring. Undertaker knocked out the Usopp throws him out the ring. Oh, Brian. The donkey. Undertaker out the ring. Kofi. Do paradise. Up to Brian. Everyone she's paid that one. One. Oh my God. But Marky broke the pin. Oh no, he's sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Broke the pin. Stunner. That's it. No, he got him up. Good bottom. That's it. 1, 2. Everybody will get down. Stand on fire! That's it for the rock. 1. Turn down the Brian Crockett. 93.
Grabbing shit.
Triple paradise. 1, 2, 3. He's gone. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's eliminated. Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's eliminated.
Grabbing shit. I ain't even clicked that, but whatever, bro.
That's it. 1, 2, 3. Uso brothers are eliminated. My God. Here comes Kane. Kane is ready. Oh, Kane now, baby. Kane. Got up. Chomp slam. Get the rake. Big boot. 1, 2, 3. The Rock is eliminated. The Rock is eliminated. The Rock
Ability?
is eliminated. Wait. The Rock is eliminated. Randy Orton. RKO. Go for it. RKO. 1, 2. Kick out.
Did they even say my depth chart?
Triple paradise.
No, they saved it, I think.
1.
Okay, Madden, hold up.
3. Randy
It's the real
Orton.
test. It's the real test. Oh, you saved it! Oh, yeah, that's what's up.
We got a lot of people just getting eliminated. Oh my gosh.
Love that.
We got a lot of people getting eliminated. Okay, yeah. We getting a lot of people getting eliminated. Oh my God, we getting a lot of people getting eliminated. Oh no, they got they won.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. From the 10. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So just a disastrous start to a playoff game as they fumble away the opening kickoff.
It's so simple. Ball security, so important in a game like this.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Jones. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Point after try forthcoming. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action with Jackson.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running left is Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
32 yards.
and the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And Anderson's got it.
Finding room in midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one good for 37 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Okay, CD, second quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Carolina. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
26. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
73 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Now it's Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. That'll be taken in by Anderson. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll go option to the short side, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rodgers now to throw. He finds Watson complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers to throw once more. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On play action, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a first. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Down inside the 10. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tunyon as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll be caught downfield by Shenault. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. From way up at the 23. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down, it's Jones. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Jackson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. On the return comes Cobb. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
An inside give to Jones. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 90. pushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet. But that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also are...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. The give is to Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. On play action, now Rodgers. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a first down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the 1st time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Again, he finds Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
It's a gain of 34. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Rodgers throwing here. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On first down, Rodgers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And it's a Packers touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Rodgers looking to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.